Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Neil Robertson Pro Career on Snooker 19. Today is time for episode 21 and the start of the D88.com European Masters from Lommel. And today in the last 16 we have a rather tough match against Mark Allen. Well, on the way here, we've played in the qualifiers. We beat David Lilly by 2 frames to nil. Unfortunately, I've deleted that screenshot. But we did beat James Cahill by 3 frames to nil in the last 64. And more recently, have beaten Zhao Yu Long, who actually knocked us out of the Coral World Grand Prix. I've got an idea he knocked us out in Season 1, I think, of the Coral World Grand Prix. But we beat him in the last 32. We've done well there. And in today's episode, we've got a rather tough draw, it is fair to say, against the pistol Mark Allen. But I guess it's kind of realistic, I suppose, because he is 3rd in the rankings. And we are ultimately down in 10th. But we're looking to improve our position with this tournament. The tournament rankings are like that. As you can see, Mark Selby's extended his advantage slightly on Judd Trump. The Pistols in 3rd, and then Williams and Higgins are both in that £1 million club. And interestingly, Ding Junhui is not long off overtaking Ronnie O'Sullivan. So it'd be interesting if Ronnie drops down to 7th place. That would be quite a shock. Well, let's have a look at our competitive record against the pistol Mark Allen. It is actually 3-2 to us. The ball is in our court, so to speak. We beat him in the first match we played against him by 3 frames to 2 in the Northern Ireland Open. And then it was really gutting, to be honest, when we played him in Season 1 in the Daffabet Masters final. We lost to him by 6 frames to 5 in that crucial decider. Also lost to Mark Allen in a crucial decider at the Betfred World Championship last 16, 13 frames, 12 that finished. But in the last 2 matches, in the Daffabet Masters of Season 2, which we went on to win, and the Shanghai Masters of Season 3, which we went on to win, we've beaten him in the quarterfinals. So it seems matches against Mark Allen have been a fairly good, what's the word? I can't think what the bloody word is. A fairly good sign, I suppose. I can't think what the proper word is. It's gone. Completely gone. Good omen, that's the one. That was the one I was going for. It's a good omen when we play against Mark Allen recently. But let's get into today's match. This is the furthest we've got into the European Masters, actually, in the 3 seasons that I've played on Snooker 19. Well, in Season 2 that wasn't hard because we didn't participate in the event. But in Season 1 we only got to the last 32 and we were knocked out by Yan Bingtao. Rather typical occurrence in Season 1. I think we got knocked out by Bingtao 5, maybe 6 times. It was crazy in Season 1. But I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I am, again, still recording this a little bit further ahead, but the reactions to the Shanghai Masters videos have been absolutely fantastic, absolutely brilliant, and it's great to see you guys are enjoying it. And if you do go on to enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like down below. But it's going to be a tough match against Mark Allen. As much as the competitive record goes our way, it is still tough nonetheless. As you can see, we've changed the black and red waistcoat, the red tie, and the red shirts, just to show off some of the memorabilia which we've won. Memorabilia? Some of the clothing, I guess memorabilia goes, I suppose. In the Shanghai Masters win, I thought I'd show that off to you guys. A little bit later, I know, but yeah, I thought I'd show that off. But that is a relatively poor break-off from Mark Allen, it has to be said. But we have to be careful with this cue ball, that we don't get the position all wrong and don't get position for the black ball off this red. But that's a good starter, and that's pretty well ideal for the black. Don't know what happened to Mark Allen off that break, I'm sure. Don't know how hard to hit this to get off the cushion. We'll have to see. That's not bad. But how's the black ball going to play in? Oh, it's okay. Thought the black might block our way to the red, but it's okay. And we are first in here.
No issues there. Really impressive cueing.
And this is a good start for us. But I think I'm going to go for the blue. Just lines up a little bit better position. 147's off, folks, so apologies.
We know what a prolific long potter he is, so
this would be a good first frame to win. Big match this against Mark Allen. The prize money not so big in this tournament. Only I mean, I say only, but prize of oh, this is a little bit awkward queuing got to be done here, but if we get it right, we should be okay. And we've overhit that, so where's the cue ball going to end up? Luckily, we've overhit it to such an extent that it didn't go into the pocket. That's a little bit of luck, because that could have very easily gone in off. But yeah, the prize money for this tournament, it's I think 75,000 if we win. If we go and win today's match, it's £11,000 in the kitty. We obviously want to go a lot further than that. But this is a tricky match against Mark Allen. Don't be deceived. He's not third in the rankings for the crack, that's for certain. Sure, maybe he's not so good in terms of form compared to Judd Trump and Mark Selby. Those are the two real form players. But it seems Mark Allen is best of the rest. So to beat him would be really special. Trying to get this right to get on the bottom red on the pack. See how it's ended up. It's not ended up too badly at all.
Very nicely done.
And that will do.
26.
Play this soft. Play for the blue again.
27.
But we've got to look at doing something fairly soon. As you can see, we're playing things quite cautiously now. But I think we should be able to see this red on the edge of the pack. I'll just check. I don't want to look like a complete idiot. But yeah, it should go. Should be okay. Just give it a little bit of a more favourable angle. It's a little bit tight. But we don't want to leave too much on if we made a mistake. But that was a good blue.
32.
This is a shot that I know I've heard some players in the virtual World Championship say that they don't like these shots playing into the pack from a red. But we'll have to see how this goes. It's not been too bad. But I guess it had that element of safety if we really mucked it up.
33.
But it's absolutely okay. This is for a middle pocket pot, which are usually pretty nasty, this is one of the nicer ones because it's pretty straight. But we'll give the middle pocket a lot of leeway. Put it to the farther side of the pocket just to make sure it goes.
37.
But this is okay at the moment. A break of 37 so far. I don't think the black goes to this corner pocket, but it's worth checking. Makes our queuing a little bit easy if it does, but no, I don't think it does because of that. Red, well, that's okay. It's well worth the check. Pop this front to the middle then.
Looking to play this softly.
Nice and soft. Perfecto. Lovely. We'll just play for a bulk colour here. That's absolutely fine. Makes position a little bit awkward, but at least we left that red
He's aiming for the left corner
to the corner pocket, just so we can line ourselves up for that one next time. Yeah, that's fine. Absolutely fine.
What a wonderful pot.
So we're off to a good start.
40.
Straight from the break off, we managed to pick a pot, and we went with it. And it's worked at the moment, quite clearly. Gonna play this with some power, actually. Try and get things moving down the table.
That's right out of the top drawer.
Yep, there we go. Those two reds have been moved. Just wants to get something moving there,
41.
because that black has become a bit of a pain. But I'm not going to take the risk on that. Again, going to plump for another yellow. Better than a smack on the backside.
He's aiming for the left corner here.
Position not guaranteed here. Definitely not. That's just evidenced.
43.
But I think we should be able to play this one because it's not directly onto the cushion. So we should be safe to play this into the corner pocket. Again, give it a little bit of leeway. Play the aiming aid a little bit wider than we would usually. Oh, well,
But not quite.
played it too wide.
Neil Robertson.
And we've only got a break of 43 there. I said we weren't guaranteed position. We were playing with our luck a little bit. And Mark Allen could have a chance.
Not sure why he played
Ooh,
it
that's
like
gone
that.
wrong already though.
1.
The cannon on the black was fatal there because that was the only ball that was on. So just a safety now. That's all he can go for. And that's not a bad one, actually. Unless this red does
Mark Allen,
pass.
1.
Don't think it will. No. Those reds completely block the pocket. That gives us a little bit of comfort then, knowing that we can't get these too wrong. That's okay, that's fine. Again, we're not going to leave much on here. Because of those two reds that are tied up. He's going to play them. And just get the safety. And I'm not really sure what he's done there. Don't know what he planned to do, but... Again, when I saw him lining up that shot, I wasn't entirely sure what he was planning. But if he was planning something that meant that he would get in, well, he's not exactly done it much justice there.
Well, it goes. Half a chance here.
But we've moved the black, and it's not really worked for us.
One.
That being said, I think this should go to the middle. It's a risk,
Well, he's taking it on.
but gently does it. And it's there. Good
He's
pot.
got it. What a pot.
That's great cue ball control. Excellent position.
This isn't nice though. I mean, I don't think it's excellent position, but there you go. Just a tight one on the cushion. This is definitely tight. But it's dropped him. We've got the luck of the gods this time. Look at the snooker gods. The snooker god, Dennis Taylor. Right, move the angle on that a little bit, just to make sure we pop this black. And it's there. A little bit close to the cushion for my liking, but it's okay. We can just push on from this red. Don't have to play it with much power to get back on the black.
This is a key shot coming up here.
And it's just this red needs to take it to snooker's required stage.
And in it goes.
So we thought it was going to be a little bit of a struggle to keep Mark Allen out. Once we left a few reds on and he got a good chance. But all he got was the singular red. And then he bottled it. Cannoned on the black. Couldn't get anything out of it. The safety shots he played from there were obscure. To say the least. Ones you don't see every day. And it didn't work.
That's a great pot.
So barring a disaster now, we have got the first frame on the board in this last 16 match. Which, in these best of fives, as you know, I always think is massively crucial. But ultimately, looking long term,
32.
we've got to play well in every frame. You saw how we got to the semi-final of the China Championship with just one mistake. And all the work we'd done was gone.
33.
I don't think we're going to get on this red, so not really bothered. Just don't want to snooker ourselves on it. That's okay.
40.
Tried a little attempt at the double. It didn't come off, but it really doesn't matter. But we've got a plentiful gap. And we should take the first frame.
40.
Yeah, he's 82 behind me, 35 main. And I can't be bothered to calculate how many snookers that would take.
That is the frame.
But that's the first frame, and that is really good. Really happy about that.
Build more pressure on his opponent in this frame.
So let's see how our signature break-off goes. Not left anything on. Not quite perfect, not quite behind the brown. And just a little bit of a disclaimer. If you can hear the fan in the background, I do apologise about that. It's not too loud, I don't think. But goodness me, Mark Allen has not started this match well at all. He's not been in this. And yes, before anybody guesses, before anybody moans, the AI is on hard difficulty. Don't worry about that.
One.
But I don't want to give Mark Allen too much of a chance, I'll admit. But this is going to be a little bit awkward from here.
He's lost the cue ball a touch here.
This is going to be tricky queuing. Definitely. Particularly because it's gone that far. Jeepers. But actually, it shouldn't be too bad. This is potable. And especially with the blue being out of position, it makes things a little bit easier for us. But let's see if this drops. It's tight. But we got it right. It's there. Great pot.
Tremendous pot.
He's cueing extremely well here.
9.
But I fail to see really where we get positioned for another red. So Just going to play safe here. Could go for the blue, but yeah, I just don't think there's much point. To be brutally honest. So just going to play safe, get this onto the bulk cushion.
Brilliantly played. Neil
I think you
Robertson.
can only see the edge reds there, so that makes it a little bit awkward for him. And he's hit that very thin, to be fair to him. That was a good shot. But can we? I don't think we can. That red. Oh, well. That's inviting. But we're going to have to play this. We're either going to have to play this with a lot of commitment or not at all. To get this pack open. It's potentially a frame winning opportunity, but we've got to be confident with it, and I am. But this has got to go. And it's there.
That's a good split.
And that is a good split. It was a frame winning shot if it went in. If we missed it, oh boy, it could have been a disaster. But this is a great opportunity now. Just saw that edge red. Didn't think it would go, but in fact it definitely did. And we've got a great opportunity here, so it'd be a real shame to muck it up. Take a 2-frame lead, something I definitely wouldn't have been expecting. Just don't want to go in off with this cue ball. A little bit delicate though. Yep, that's perfect, but are we on the pink? Yep, that was the aim.
A bit awkward here.
Was a bit awkward, but I think the shot all in all was a bit awkward. So again, nice and soft, soft as we can. Then we'll have position.
What a top shot that is.
That's a wonderful.
Everyone builds breaks differently on these games ultimately, and I think that my style is certainly different to others. Just want to make sure that hopefully this won't end up coming off the cushion and being behind the red. Now we're quite alright. Oh, voice break. We're quite alright there. But that would have been a great opportunity to go for the blue. So we're going to have to get a little bit smart. And that's worked out fine. Yeah, it's at close quarters to this red, but it's just a tap-in, really. It's a tap-in, but we don't want to take the mick with that tap. We don't want to tap it too lightly and miss what
24.
most players would beg for an opportunity.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
Oh, this is the problem with these shots. This just needs to run, and we've got a position for the red, and then can get back on the black.
31.
But it's been all us so far. Mark Allen's only scored 1 point in this match so far. It's quite an unbelievable stat, really. He's not got into this at all.
32.
And we've not really got into that shot as much as I'd have liked. So let's look if any of these will get to the middle. Okay, no bother. This is a risk. We don't want to overhit this. Really don't. This could be heading straight for the corner pocket, but if we play it well, which we have, this should be a pot down the cushion to the bottom pocket. And hopefully it should go.
The long red to the corner pocket.
It's there. It's dropped. That's handy.
Fabulous effort. That's a great pot.
And that position on the blue is quite nice as well. I'm just wondering, can we get this red through to the middle pocket? We certainly can from this angle, so I don't see why it'd be any different from here. But yeah, of course we can't. Pillock. We're into a bit of a spot of bother then. If we do play the red. Do play the blue, sorry. I've just got no idea how we get a position on something else now. Guess a hit and hope shot won't hurt. There we go, we split those two. And that's worked out quite nicely, actually.
43.
Certainly compared to the opportunity we were going to have before. Because the position we've ended up in allows for the pot of this red. Looking more for the one that we'd actually split, but that just seemed a better opportunity, so we took that on. I'm going to play for the blue in this situation. Again, just more confident. It's a straighter shot. I prefer backspin to topspin.
And he's taking this on.
So I just have more confidence with playing that shot.
Excellent shot.
A shot that you wouldn't play in real life. But on Snooker 19, it's absolutely a valid shot. Again with an aim of going for the blue here, but that's a little bit awkward.
50.
Pink, I suppose, an option.
Taking on this pink.
Solid stuff.
Excellent pot.
He seems full of confidence at the moment.
And that red will go
56.
just fine.
This is the key shot. If this goes in, you fancy.
Well, it's been one-way traffic so far, hasn't it?
Nicely done.
Quite unbelievable.
And that effectively shuts out his opponent in this frame.
56.
Mark Allen has not been in this match so far. And he needs to wake up pretty soon. I mean, he's not really had a chance this frame. That's the thing with best of fives. We've seen it ourselves. If you don't get into it quickly, then you can be 2-0 down and the match can be very nearly over.
Tremendous pot. Brilliant. 65. Well, it goes. Half a chance here.
There we go, nice shot.
Tremendous pot.
Cannon on the red, that lines that up.
71.
See if we can go ton up. That'd be great. Give us more confidence going into this third frame. I mean, it might well still end in a decider, but I must admit, I'm shocked to be in this privileged position at this point.
72.
Looking to play this with a lot of power.
Just play it some side, just lines up a little bit better for this
Very
red.
well played.
Wouldn't normally play that on anything that wasn't straight. I don't think it's worth the risk. But on that occasion, I think it was. Oh dear. Well, the red didn't go. Should have checked that. That's a pity.
Neil Robertson.
Ah, well.
78.
It's not quite a century, but it's a break of 78, and it's enough to take a 2-0 lead against the pistol. A player that just hasn't been in it at the moment. It has been one-way traffic throughout, and I certainly aim to make that
Thank you. The third
a statement that remains throughout the third frame. But let's see what Mark Allen's got to offer. It was a poor break-off in the first frame, but that seems a lot better than it was in the first frame. But he's still going to leave a chance. And the form we've been in these first two frames, it's worth taking on.
He's taking the red on.
Just don't hit the black. Actually, it's not worked out bad at all. That's okay.
1.
That's okay.
8.
So this will be 16 points at least. 16 points that Mark Allen can't get. All too straight though on the black, unfortunately.
9. Careless
What's the
shot
split like? Not great. Potentially worth a shot to nothing if we can see this red. Yeah, it'll certainly go if we give it a punt. But again, this is a shot to nothing. Get the cue ball safe if it doesn't work out, and it hasn't. And that was quite alright. The cue ball safe up bulk. Good risk to take that. Wasn't too far off either. So we can play the safety on this red. Whatever you do, don't hit the blue. Oh, I thought he'd hit the blue there, but it's okay. It's a good safety shot from Mark himself.
That's an
There.
excellent safety.
As I've said, don't rule the man out. And that's gone a little bit pear-shaped, unless this keeps running. Ooh. Can he see the red? He can, but not to pot, so we got away with that. And well, that is not something you get away with. I don't know what planet Mark Allen's been on today,
Intended at all. He'll
but he's not
point
been on the same planet as us. It's been a real shock so far. Wouldn't expect something like this from the pistol. But this is a great chance.
I'm pretty sure that's not the position he was intending.
But yeah, they are right, to be honest. That was a bit of a disaster.
One.
So Mark might well get a chance here, which is rather annoying. That's too pacey. Way too pacey. And Mark Allen has a chance. We mucked that up completely. There wasn't a fat lot we could have done there. Played right up to the blue.
But he could have played it better.
So he's got his first chance. Remember, in this match so far, Mark Allen has scored 1 point. He's got 1 red and that's it. And that's not much better.
One.
This won't be easy.
No, not this
Nope.
time. Close, but
Well,
miss nonetheless.
I do not know what's been going on with him today. Absolutely no clue. This has been a completely... Well, it's just a shock, isn't it? A complete shocker. For a player who's given us plenty of torture over the seasons of career mode so far. Great opponent, a great rival of ours.
One.
A rival that's just not been up to scratch at all today so far. But I'm not going to moan. Makes our job easier. You never want to win a match because it's been against somebody who's not really put up too much of a fight, but end of the day, who really cares?
Well, he's taking it on.
I would prefer to go with this red, to be honest, but I cannot tell whether it goes. Because it depends what angle. It's very close. I think it does. But with this opportunity, I just don't want to take that chance. Knowing how these matches can... Oh, for Christ's sake.
Mark Allen, 4. Just wants to sink this into the left corner pocket.
That classic bloody shot. Doesn't happen very often,
1.
but it's happened there.
This is no gimme.
No.
Oh,
not quite.
well.
Pretty close,
This is
though.
quite
That
unbelievable.
won't provide any solace.
If I've put Mark Allen on easy, I can only apologise.
Mark Allen.
But I don't think I have. But based on that shot, it feels like we have. Because that was an absolute shocker. But to be honest, he's got away with it. This is a decent chance for a good safety from here. For Mark Allen.
No, not this time.
And he's got a good chance here again. But that's really annoying. It only happens very occasionally, that shot where
Looking to get
you
back
just
in the
flick
fray.
back on the analog stick and for some reason it thinks you've taken the shot. I don't think he's actually got
1.
a colour so far this episode. No, he must have done because he's got 7 points. Mind you, we've got the foul, didn't we? So that's his first colour of the episode, folks. That's quite, well, unbelievable. And he's on the black, but only just. Didn't need to be on the black, did he? Pillock.
Enough.
Wow.
That's careless.
Well, he was going for the red, got the red. And then he's gone in off with the cue ball. This is just...
Playing on here.
I can't find the words. I really cannot find the words to describe what's going on here. Mark Allen, number 3 in the world. I feel like this is like a qualifying match.
What a wonderful pot.
Even the players we play against that are not even in the top 100 are better than this.
One.
And that's no disrespect to them, but in the game they're not portrayed particularly well. But that's just, well, I'm speechless at that. It is awkward though. It's there.
Lost the cue ball a tad there.
This needs to pull up, this needs to pull up. Can still see that at least. I think this will go in off the cushion.
Tricky pot along the cushion here.
Yeah, Mark Allen has been disastrous today. I really hope we haven't put him on easy difficulty now. Because it feels like we have. Because that's just, well, a dreadful shot. Completely. But I think the best thing to do here, we'll probably muck this up. But I think the best thing we can do here is just play up behind the brown.
That's beautifully judged.
And that's worked. There's not really too much on here. Those two sets of reds that are together don't help, but he's got out of it. And he's just about here, I think, left this red on. Can we see it past the pink? Yes, we can. So he's rather unfortunate there. Is Mark, to be fair. That was one of his better shots all game, but admittedly, it's not exactly a highlights reel, is it? This is a great chance to finish it off. Give him as little chance as possible to wake up to what's happening here. That's the aim.
He's looking to pop the pink.
Need to play this at the right pair, and if anything, we've underhit this. And the pink doesn't even go. Ouch. But we got away with it because we hadn't actually left anything on. Because that pink's right in the pocket, which is a pain. Might as well go for something opportunistic here. Nope, it's missed, but it's okay. Because that pink's still in the corner pocket and nothing's playable to the other pocket. So that might have been a blessing in disguise under hitting that, possibly.
Playing the pot here.
Did they just say he's playing the pot? Well, I suppose he's potted the red, but he's actually managed to pot the pink as well.
Foul.
That is what I'd call a disaster.
Playing on from this position.
So we're going to play on. There's 3 reds left on the table because that one that was potted has been put away.
He's no gimme.
And we're 34 points ahead. After that red's gone, there's only 43 remaining, so pink, red and then a colour will be enough to put us through to the next round. For a remarkably easy win against Mark Allen.
Nicely positioned for the red.
So as I said before, just this needed and a colour, whichever one it may be. Oh, just this red actually, sorry, of course.
Here it goes.
Didn't need the colour.
Should effectively remove any ideas his opponent may have of a comeback.
And this has been a very bizarre match. I am going to go into the menu after this just to check he's not been on easy difficulty. Because I do worry now because Mark Allen has been, well, very strange. I'd even accept it if it was a player that was sort of in the lower top 16. But for somebody of Mark Allen's calibre, this has been a very, 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 very peculiar performance.
He's taking this on to the right middle.
But nevertheless, a good victory of 3-0. Played solidly throughout. A few mistakes, yes.
21.
But wow, yeah, this has been a... I think interesting is very much the right word to use. Oh, well, that's going to be the last shot because we overplayed the yellow. But that doesn't matter. That's going to be, he's 55 behind. He's going to come and shake our hand. And a very unexpected result. It's a 3-0 whitewash of the pistol. in the last 16. And that was probably the easiest match I've ever played against somebody of that calibre. Only 11 points for Mark Allen throughout the match. Highest break of 78, not quite a century, but a good match. And let's see who we're going to play in the next episode at the last 8. Let's see who we've got in the quarter-final. For a prize, I think, of 17,500. Well, amazingly, it's Luca Brissell. I'd feel like that would be the other way around, wouldn't you? Let's just check the settings. Yep, as you can see, difficulty, hard, aiming aid pro, match length medium. That is very, very strange. Very strange. But I'm not going to moan about it. Mark Allen is out. We progress and we face Luca Brissell for a place in the semi-final. I feel like we've got a very good chance to beat him. Mark Allen certainly off colour today, but that is to our advantage. So the Belgian Bullet awaits us in the quarter-final of the European Mass. If you're looking forward to that and have enjoyed today's episode, leave a like down below. Comment your thoughts as well and subscribe for regular Snooker 19 content on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday and on a Sunday at 6 PM British time. Thank you all for your company today and I will see you guys later. Goodbye for now.